Hey kids, it's me, Toni Homeperm, and I have so much love for you today. Why is that, you may ask? Because we created today's look using Rude Cosmetics' Love Palette from their Spellbook collection. Now, this is a beautiful monochromatic themed palette. When I originally saw it, I thought it was more of a blue palette, but I think actually in use in real life, it leans more green, more turquoise, but that's a good thing in my book. I love turquoise, I really do. So this is the palette that we use today to create this look. This is the last palette from the Spellbook collection. I've already done videos with the Passion palette and the Lust palette, so I will put links for those in the comments down below if you're interested. Now, I'm not going to spend too much time telling you about the palette, just because this look was really complex, for me anyway. And there were a lot of steps involved, and there's a lot that I have to show you as far as creating the look. But with that being said, I think we can all tell that it's not half bad. But of course, I won't give you my final thoughts until the very end. Oops! Sorry, it's future me jumping in here for a moment. I realized I made a boo-boo when I was doing my introduction for the Rude Cosmetics Love Palette. I didn't show you the swatches. I was so thrilled with the look that I completely forgot to go over the swatches with you. So I'm inserting this here into the video, and I'm going to throw the swatches up on the screen and just go over them. Okay, so going across, we have a gold shimmer called Conjure, Eternal Love, which is a mint matte, Blinding Spell, which is a light turquoise shimmer, Force of Nature, which is a very dark turquoise matte, Mystic, which is a turquoise glitter, Charmed, I keep saying turquoise, but you know, that's what it looks like. Charmed is a sort of a dark turquoise shimmer. Dark Magic, which is more of an ocean blue matte. Coven, which is sort of a grungy gold green shimmer. And Spiritual, which, well, it's a very turquoise matte. So those were the swatches. I just had to throw that in because, as I said, I was so happy with the look that I created with the palette, I completely forgot to go over the swatches with you. Okay, so now I'm going to make my exit and return you to the past, where I'm still going over the palette. Now, if you enjoy this kind of video, where I take a palette and I create a drag look, you need to hit the subscribe button down below. Now, what I'm going to do is rewind the camera back in time and show you how I created this look today using Rude Cosmetics' Love Palette. Okay, I'm back. I did my base foundation, of course glued the eyebrows down, drew new eyebrows, and we did the eyebrows with the palette, and I used Dark Magic and Force of Nature to do the brows, and I'm pretty happy with the brow shape. I don't know what's going on with the eyebrows themselves today. They just did not want to stick down. I don't know what happened with them today. They required quite a lot of TLC to get them to lay relatively flat. So if you see a brow hair popping out, what can I tell you, kids? That's all that's the beauty and the magic of drag. These little things that go wrong. Okay, so I set my eyes with my P. Louise eyeshadow base, and now we're gonna start going in, and I want to do a cut crease, of course, and I want the cut crease to really be defined, so I'm gonna go back into Force of Nature, which really is the darkest color in the palette, and we're going to use that to create the crease, and we'll blend it out with some of the lighter colors, and we're just gonna see how that works. Ooh, I can already see I've got some fallout. That's okay. That's okay. Just take a clean fluffy brush and brush away. That's why I put a lot of powder down. A lot of times with colors like a blue, you're gonna get quite a bit of fallout. It's just the nature of a pigment like that. And actually, I'm gonna set some more powder down just to be on the safe side. Another thing you can do when you're working with pigments that you're afraid you're going to get fallout is do your base, your foundation, after you do your eyes. But I don't really prefer to do my makeup that way. I just like having the blank canvas to work with. But this works too. So yeah, I know it looks so crazy, but that's okay. That's okay. We shall make it work. And this color, Force of Nature, is really beautiful. Very, very pigmented. I am not displeased with it. Also, I did not, for change, put tape down. I just didn't feel like doing it, and you can't tell me what to do. You're not my real dad. So there. So we're just gonna freehand everything today. Now I'm thinking I might be using the glitter that's in this palette. I've been using glitter quite a lot more frequently lately because a lot of the palettes that I had, there's glitter in them, and I needed it to create a finished look, even though I really don't love using glitter anymore. Actually, I did a video yesterday, and I used the glitter, and even though I know how to safely remove it and all that, you still have particles on your face that seem to last for days and days, even despite rigorous cleaning, showering, all that. It's glitter is the herpes of the beauty world. It really is. It just doesn't go away. Okay, so I'm okay with the shape. Let me do the same thing on the other side, and then we're going to start blending it out. Okay, so I laid down Force of Nature, and now I think I'm going to start blending it out with this color, Spiritual. Let's see how that works. I'm using the same brush. I just used my color swatch on it. This palette was actually the palette that most interested me when I saw the collection. Of course, it's the one that I'm using last, typical, but I think it's a neat idea that the Love palette is these blue turquoisey kind of colors. It's so stereotypical to anything that's love themed tends to be red or pink for Valentine's Day. And I like the fact that they did not do that. Okay, looking good. Do the same on the other side. Okay, and now I'm going to go in with some of this color, Dark Magic. I have to say right off the bat that the mattes are really, really good. These blue-green colors are... Pigmentation is great. It really is. Okay, now I'm going to blend all of that out with the lightest matte in the palette, Eternal Love. Let's just see what happens. As I always say, it's just makeup. If we don't like it, we just wash it off and start over again. I'm just going to use a slightly smaller brush, well, not slightly, very small brush, to apply some of Eternal Love in some of these tight corner areas, so to speak. I went all the way up to the brow, which I don't normally do, but you know what? Let's throw caution to the wind. As I always say, the point of doing these videos is to try out different techniques, different looks, and have fun with our makeup. I don't have anywhere to go today. No gigs. I had a show yesterday. I do, well, I call it the Toni Homeperm show. It is a one woman show, and I go to local nursing homes and facilities, and I go in and I do like a whole hour show for the residents, and I perform. I sing live. I do a lot of the oldies songs from the 50s and the 60s, 70s. I think about as far as I go is the 80s, and I do these songs and perform for the residents, and they love it. The audience yesterday, they loved the show. They went crazy over it, and it's sort of like chicken soup for the soul for me, that I can go in there and, just do a little hours long show and bring a little joy to these to the residents there. I'm just going to continue to blend a lot of this out. Okay, see like just a little light patch there, which I don't think it's a fault of the shadow. It's just the blending. So I just want to sort of correct that. goes, there it goes. I don't usually do such blended looks, but it's fun now and again to do them and, you know, sort of work on one's blending skills instead of doing, you know, always very, you know, harsh lines. Although I will have a harsh line when I cut the crease, but that's okay. I do like the crease to be defined, but the other shadow work, I do like it to have a more blended look. That's what we're trying to do today. Okay, so I think I'm happy with what we've got here. If you notice, there was, you know, some fallout here, which is why I'm glad I have the powder down, because that should just brush away. So I'm going to do the same on this side and cut the crease, and we'll be right back after that. Stay tuned. Okay, so I completed this eye, and I cut the crease on both eyes, and I used my ColourPop No Filter Concealer in 00. That's a pure white. What I did is I drew the line, and then I used some makeup remover and some Q-tips to remove as much of the pigment that was under that, and then went back in with the concealer and filled that all in with white. Okay, now I put some of my Pyrenees Pixie Epoxy down on this side. I think we're just going to work on this eye, and then off camera I'll finish this eye. But I think I'm going to start by going in with this shimmer Charmed on this harsh edge, and we're going to try and soften that. And now I think I'm going to go in with this color Blinding Spell. Okay, I've got that all laid down. It's not quite as shiny as I would hope that it would have been. So what I'm going to do is now I think I'm going to take some of this gold conjure, and I'm going to try layering that on the inside. And let's see if it gives us some more sparkle. Not seeing much. Let's try putting a little bit on with the finger. Okay, I'm not quite sure how it's looking on camera. I mean, it's okay. It's just not it's not super sparkly, and I was hoping it would be. So, do we go in with the glitter? Okay, so we're going to throw caution to the wind. We're going to use Mystic. I mean, it is a beautiful glitter. And let's see what happens. I put down some of my Ben Nye glitter glue because I don't like to take chances with glitter. So let's see what happens when we set this down over the shimmers. I have a feeling, I think we're going to like it. I mean, I already have so much glitter floating around on my face, so what the hey. What the hey, let's, we're in for a penny, in for a pound. Okay, and I think, we do have a lot more sparkle with the glitter, I have to admit. So, I think that's the way to go. All right, I'm going to continue to apply the glitter. I'm going to go complete this side off camera, and when we come back, we'll see what we have. Stay tuned. Okay, well, I did the glitter on both eyes, and, that's about all we can do as far as that. Now, I do need some liner, and what I'm going to use for that is my Chaotic Cosmetics cake liner. I'm going to use the black, because whenever you're dealing with glitter, it's so, because it's chunky. If you try to use like a felt tip liner, it's going to get jaggedy, and I just find that it works better with a cake liner that you can make very wet like a paint. So that's what we're going to do. And with the cake liner, you just need a little thin brush, some water, and you just go in like that. Make it nice and wet. And make it as thick or as thin as you like, whatever works best for you. And it doesn't ever dry out because it's water activated. I mean, when you're done with it, it does dry down, and then you can just add some more water. So let's try this eye, see what happens. Yeah, and even just the line isn't finished yet, but you can automatically see it's adding definition to the look, which is what I like. Okay, so because I have a very hooded eye, I got to draw that wing with the eye open. But then what you can do, see when I open, you can see you have all this. You can see all the gap, but I've got the shape where I need it to be for my hooded eye. So then afterwards, I can just go back in and just fill in where it skipped over the hood. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. Okay, gonna do the same thing on the other side. Okay, I think I'm happy with those wings. Not the greatest, but once a lash is on, it'll be fine. Now, I had forgotten I had these. I got these from She Glam. They're that subsidiary of Shine, however you pronounce it. It was part of their Halloween collection, their Wretched Romance line, and they came out with these little liners, and I think it was $10 for 5 little liners. And I thought, what the heck? Let's try it out. I already did the video with the palette, but when I did the video with that palette, I forgot that I had them, so I didn't really use them. So let me just show them to you now. This is, what color is this? It's a dark red. Here's a purple. Oh, lovely swatch. There's the purple. Sorry, I'm not used to doing live swatches. This is, I think it's a yellow. No, orange. And $10 for 5 liners. It's a pretty good deal. Let's see, what color is this? Blue. Blue is really intense. Maybe we'll leave that one out. And I think the last one is a white. It's pretty good. Pretty good for a white liner. Maybe we could use that. Okay. I do have to use some liner for the inside of the eye, and for that I can't do the cake liner because I got to go near the tear duct, and cake liner for me, if I get too close to the tear duct, it starts to bleed. It starts to bleed because my eyes are very watery. So this is my tried and true Chaotic Cosmetics liner. We're just going to use that on the inside of the eye. And this I don't have to worry. It's waterproof. And again, just gives a little bit of definition there on the inside of the eye. That glitter it's all over the place. But what can you do? Okay, let me finish this side. Okay, I'm just sort of feeling like I need a little bit more definition. So I think I'm going to try using this white liner and just go just below the cut crease and see if it makes a difference. I hope I'm not ruining the look. This may not even show up. Okay, that's sort of what I wanted. Okay, I sort of like how this is coming out, but it's not quite intense enough. And I'm a drag queen, so everything's got to be over the top. I like that white, but it's not white enough. So I'm gonna go into my Chaotic Cosmetics split pan cake liner. I'm gonna go in with the white, And I'm going to try out these new brushes. I got some new nail art brushes. You can see that the tip is really, really fine. And I haven't used these yet, but I want to try and see if I can get like a really super thin, sharp line with them. So that's what we're going to attempt. And I hope that this will work. This brush might actually be a little too thin, but we'll see. We'll see. You know, I'm like, we've come this far. Let's see what happens. Okay, I think you can see that this technique gives you a lot more precision, and the white is definitely much stronger using the cake liner. So I think I just need to touch it up a little bit and do the same thing on this side. And then we'll proceed to the under eye. Okay, I'm back. I did my little white liner with the Chaotic Cosmetics split liner and the very, very fine tip nail brush. I have to say, yeah, you know, you have to be careful. You have to take your time, hold your breath when you're drawing that line. But if you do want to get into doing lines with the cake liners, get yourself some of those fine tip nail brushes. They really are the best thing, I think, for doing this kind of work. I love that white line. So I don't think I'm going to do any more with the top of the eye. I mean, glitter, cake liner, liner. It's enough. It's enough. So we need to work on the bottom of the eye. And I guess we're going to go in with, let's see. Well, we'll just continue with all the colors that we've already laid down, starting with Force of Nature on the very outside edge here. Not too much. And then we'll go in with Spiritual. You know, I thought this palette was more blue, but it's really more, I guess, more turquoise than blue. Turquoise and green with some blue. I mean, not that I'm complaining, mind you. So far, I mean, I really am enjoying this palette quite a lot. Okay, that's Eternal Love, the lightest shade in the palette. Okay, I think that's how we're going to do our under eye on this side as well. Okay, we definitely need some mascara, and it's a very inexpensive mascara, and I think it's one of the best. The Essence Lash Princess. I like the waterproof. Okay, mascara done. I think what we'll do is white in the waterline because it's very dark, and I have that white line, so I think having the white in the waterline will mirror the white line that we did with the cake liner. And I'm going to use my Inglot white gel liner in the waterline. I'm going to dry my waterline first with a clean Q-tip. As I always tell you, my eyes are very watery. And there we go. And that makes a big difference in opening the eye up by doing that. So I like that. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is finish off the other eye. And I'm gonna come back, and I think we'll do the lips on camera for a change. So stay tuned. Okay, I'm back. I don't know where I left you off. I think I had to finish off my contouring and blush and all that stuff. And I put my false eyelashes on, as I've said in my previous video, one of my previous videos. I'm doing a smaller lash when I'm filming these, just so that it doesn't block too much of the eye look. And when I say smaller, I'm saying smaller insofar as for drag. I think for everyday wear, this would still be considered quite a large lash. But for drag, and especially for my drag, it's kind of on the small side. But as I said, for the purpose of these videos, I don't want to cover up, all the work that I've done on the eye with a huge lash at the end. Okay, so we're going to do the lip. I'm going to do that on camera for a change. I'm going to do a... well, I was going to do blue. This look is looking so much more green than I thought it would. But you know what? Let's just go for it. I'm gonna use a dark blue lip pencil, and I'm gonna sketch out the shape of my lip. Everybody has their own way that they like to, create their lips for drag. My lips are pretty full, especially the bottom lip, but I do like to make the top lip bigger, and I do overdraw that, but I don't go crazy, But as I said, everybody has their own technique, their own way that they like their lips to look, so it's a very individual kind of thing. Oh, and I did put down some of my Burt's Bees before I started doing this, because I like to use a liquid lipstick, and they can be very drying. So I like to give it as much help as possible, and always put a lip balm down first. And even though I do overdraw, I still like to end where my natural lip ends. Okay, and you can fill in the whole lip with your lip liner. If you're using a bullet lipstick, I would say definitely fill in your lip with your lip pencil, because I don't know, I don't see girls that use a bullet lipstick that it really lasts. They usually always have to touch up. That's the one great thing about a liquid lipstick. You don't have to touch up. And especially with this one, the Maybelline, this is the Super Stay Matte Ink. When these dry down, they don't come off. I mean, if you swatch it on your hand and leave it and it dries out, I mean, that stuff can like it'll stay there for it could stay there literally for days. That's how budge proof this stuff is. Okay, so I'm using this color Explorer as the base for blue lip, and I'm just going to fill in what we did. Okay, so there's our blue lip, but of course I can't just leave it at that. I think I'm going to go over the blue lip with... The only color I haven't used in the palette is this color Coven. I don't know about putting that over the blue, but you know what? We've done like everything today, just throwing caution to the wind. So why not? Let's just see what happens. Okay, that's interesting because it kind of it made it less navy blue and gave it a greenish cast, which definitely goes better with the eyes, but I don't think it's quite enough. So. I think I'm gonna go in with a bit of Charmed. Okay, that's looking really, really good. And we just want to give it a little bit more of a zhuzh. So I'm going to go in with the Shimmer Blinding Spell on top of that. Looks even better. And what the hey, let's put a little bit of Conjure right in the very center. And there you have it. I took a blue liquid lipstick that really wasn't quite the same tone as the eyes, and just using the shimmers over it, I think I really tied it in nicely to the eye look. I have to say, I'm really loving this look. It's taken me a lot longer than I thought it would. I thought I'd be done by now, but what the hey? I don't have anywhere to go. And I guess you guys don't either if you're still here watching this. Oh, how does she do her beauty mark? How does she do her beauty mark? I'm gonna share that secret with you. This is actually another nail art tool that I use. It's one of those nail art tools for making dots, and you know, it has two sizes. There's a really, really tiny one and a little bigger one on that end, and I just take some black liquid eyeliner, the kind that comes with the brush. This is the Essence brand. It's very good. Okay, you just put a little bit on the tip, and you take your mirror and you just put a little dot right where you want it. I usually like it like right here. There you go. Perfect beauty mark. So that's a little tip I don't mind sharing with you. Okay, so the only thing really I have to do is complete the look, throw some contacts in, and hair and dress, whatever I think is going to go good with this. But I have to say, I'm so happy with this look. I think I may be in love with the Love palette. So, okay, I'm going to come back with everything done. Stay tuned. And we're back. And here it is, the finished drag look that I created today with Rude Cosmetics Love palette. What do you think? Are you in love with this look? I'll tell you a little secret. I am in love with this look. I'm head over heels in love with this look. I can't tell you all just how much I am really happy, so happy with this eye look that I did today with the Love palette. I'm really proud of myself, I have to say. This is the kind of look that I see on Instagram that, you know, the great Instagram makeup artists do. I mean, I really feel that it's at that level, and I'm very happy with it. So what did I do to complete the look? Well, I let you watch as I did the lips, so we don't have to discuss any of that. Of course, there was my normal drag contouring highlighting. For my cheek highlighting, I used my Artist Couture Mermaid Fantasy Loose highlighter, and you can just see how beautifully it goes with this look, how blinding it is. I love this stuff. So, of course, I need to give you my final thoughts on the Love palette. And here it is. Now, when I first saw the Love palette, I thought it was more blue. I really feel on the eyes, though, it's more of a turquoise, leaning green palette, but I'm not mad at that at all. I love the colors. I think they are beautiful. All the colors in this palette worked really, really great, especially the mattes. The mattes in this are top notch. So pigmented, so blendable. I can't say enough good things about the mattes in this palette. The shimmers are okay, which is fine with me. I don't really use shimmers all that much. And I was able to work with the shimmers. They really weren't a problem for me. I think if you're doing, you know, a more wearable look, not a drag look, that you will be fine with these shimmers. Of course, I did use the glitter, and I always say to everyone, glitter is usually not recommended to be used on or near the eye. I do this at my own risk. You know, don't do it because I did it. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, I take the risk to myself by using the glitter where I do, as close to the eye. I don't recommend that you do it. That's all I'm gonna say. But if you do, please be very careful in applying it. As you saw, I used a glitter glue before I even put the glitter down, and I'm always very cautious when removing it. So enough about the glitter. If you're going to use it, which I'm not telling you to, but if you do, be careful. That's it. Other than that, the palette it's great. It really is. I would definitely use this palette again if I were doing another turquoise look, because I just love how this look came out. So, of course, the question is it drag worthy? Well, yes, absolutely, it is drag worthy. I would have no problems whatsoever performing with this look that I did today. The only caveat is that it took a lot of time to create this look, so I probably would have been late for the gig if I was doing this look to get to his show. But there was no show today, so I was able to take as much time as I needed. But I would absolutely get on stage and perform with this look. That's how confident I am in it. So all in all, it is a great little monochromatic palette. It is definitely drag worthy. And if you don't want to do a drag look, if you just want to do a wearable makeup look, this palette would be great. You could definitely do a beautiful, simple turquoise look with this palette, and you would be so in love with it, which is good because it is the Love palette. So, looking back on the three palettes from the Spellbook collection, we had the Passion palette, which was the purple one, beautiful. We also had the Lust palette, again, beautiful. And lastly, the palette that we played with today, the Love palette. And I am very, very happy that I have these three palettes in my collection. And I honestly would grab any of the three to do a look for a show. And that says a lot because I have a lot of palettes. So if you are thinking about getting any of these three or the whole set, I would highly recommend it. They're really good. And I know Rude came out with some more monochromatic palettes, and I'm thinking about getting some more palettes from them because they're a very reasonably priced brand, and the quality is really, really good. So I have nothing bad to say about them. Now, if you like this video, please hit the like button down below. And of course, if you want to see more videos like this from me, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that YouTube can let you know when a new video like this comes out. You can always catch me twice a month on my internet variety show, Naughty or Nice, which I do with the horror diva Alexis Flame, and all the details for that are listed down below. You can also catch me on my weekly podcast, God'll Getcha for That, Walter, which is the review show that I do with Tom Cat, where we watch episodes of the 1970s sitcom Maude, which starred B. Arthur. And, of course, details for that also listed down below. Well, that is all that I have for you today, kids. This is the look we created with the Love palette, and I am really, really happy with it. So, until the next video, bye-bye.